And now time for cultural appropriation. Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me, right? Indian dudes in India rap battling.
Your delusions are not real. The end of your plot nears. I can see it in his eyes. He's got fear. Cause when we outside and you see me, feels like switching it to 3D. The just got real.
No, man. Stay the fuck out of that. Nope. You don't have enough respect credits for black people to be doing that shit. You got a lot of fucking nerve.
I move with extended clips just to get director's cut. Hey, yo.
You got a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve. You don't see black dudes doing mudra. We're not doing mudra. We don't do all your shit. And don't tell me, oh, you guys use Indian shit, you know, in your hip hop. Yeah, but we ain't singing that shit. It's just a little excerpt that DJs put in. You know the one that goes, don't even use that. You motherfuckers are literally rap battling. Rap battles come from black people. Black Americans specifically. Period. You got a lot. You motherfuckers just got no respect for black folks. None. You're so racist towards black people. I have Indian friends and they tell me. You can watch my podcast in Godfrey We Trust, and my boy Vishnu's on there will tell me. You guys don't even like your dark-skinned Indians. You treat your dark-skinned women like, you treat the dark-skinned men like. That's why I watch Telugu movies, because I like to see brown Indians. Even in Bollywood, everybody's so goddamn light. What are you using that? Light and lovely. The dark people in the Indian Bollywood movies be in the back dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You all know what I'm talking about. F all of that. You should not be rap battling. Stay the f out of that black culture until you get enough respect. Always want to have fun with black culture, but don't want to respect the people. And this shit sounds terrible with that Indian accent too. You motherfucker, I saw you on the street. Motherfucker, you weren't even walking to the beat. Oh! Listen, motherfucker, take my gun, shoot you in the head. Guess what? You're motherfucking dead. Get the f out of here. That shit was trash. I said it. I can't wait to hear this. Stay the f out of the culture until you get some goddamn respect. Okay, have a good day.
I move with extended clips just to get director's cut. Hey, yo. Your delusions are not real. The end of your plot nears. I can see it in his eyes. He's got fear. Cause when we outside and you see me, feels like switching it to 3D. The just got real. Oh! And if you think he's got skills, I'm here to call your bluff. Yeah, I've seen his short films, and they ain't short enough.
It's windy. I wonder if it will be clear, but I'll try my best to be as audible as I can. So Godfrey has been getting some flack recently online, especially on Instagram. Okay, fucking on Instagram, because I've only seen this shit on Instagram. There hasn't yet been a video about it on YouTube, but I'm expecting someone to talk about it. Anyone from political leaning YouTube commentators to like the hip hop dudes, you know. So it's basically Godfrey has a reel out where he was reacting to an Indian rap battle, and he was basically mocking the Indians for rapping and doing his job of gatekeeping, if you would call it that. He called them, he said that they shouldn't be rapping. You don't hear black people do yoga. You've never heard of black people do yoga, which is, it's a misguided statement. To say the least, it's a misguided statement. But yeah, so he's been getting some flack over it. Like, some people have started unfollowing him. Some a lot of people are calling him a racist. You know, and I think there's even another one that he had another video out where he was reacting to this Japanese woman. I don't know if she was Korean or Japanese, like basically some Asian woman.
And now time for more cultural appropriation. Okay, this video is an Asian woman. She's like, I think she's Korean or something like that. She's rapping real fast. She got skills. I'm not gonna lie. She sounds amazing. She sounds great. Come on, rap like me.
Luke Chag, you never had a bitch who spit it like me. Okay, stop. plane. I'll be popping on 22-3. Got them out of that moment, Prada tag.
These are the same people that they just practicing their blackness again. Everybody is practicing their blackness, but the to be the first ones to hate black folks. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you get away with this. And for all of you black folks that be on there charging them the up, no, I'm like I said, I think she's dope. I think it's awesome, but nah, the respect ain't adding up. Okay? She's cosplaying black. That's all. Not saying she's not good, but you got to get a little tired of this shit. It's a little annoying. Everywhere I turn, someone's doing black shit. I am done with that shit. Very talented, good for you, but we got to get the respect level of black people up. Nah, not just when it's fun and games and dancing and singing and all that other shit. What about when we're not rapping? What about when we just come into your businesses? What about when we come into your countries? You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from, right, guys? Because K-pop itself, you know about K-pop and all the racism in K-pop, and they took all their from black people. It's all black shit. I'm giving this emoji because I am a little bit annoyed and not fazed by this cosplaying black. Have a nice day.
Godfrey came out talking about it somehow in the same sort of tone he used to the Indian ones, to the Indian rap battle. And I didn't see much of a backlash from that video because I think basically it's because the woman was like using AVE, and you know she had, you know, the long hair, basically trying to be Nicki Minaj. So I think discussions about cultural appropriation as it pertains to that video, yeah, they could possibly be there, but the Indian rap battle was just another rap battle, and I understand where Godfrey is coming from. There is a need for gatekeeping. Like, I am pro gatekeeping. If I'm honest, I am pro gatekeeping. Like, because there's a discussion of cultural appropriation versus the appreciation aspect. Like, what separates a Jack Harlow from an Eminem? There's that one. It feels like he's stealing hip hop, which is basically is property of black people, the most oppressed group, the most oppressed racial group in the world, practically, and with a history of black people and white people. You know, there's tension to say the least. But anyway, I digress. Like Jack Harlow is an artist who raps. I used to be a Jack Harlow fan, but the way he's been moving recently has really made me side eye him, give him a side eye little, because the thing is that when Jack Harlow came out at first, he was already a bit questionable, with him being a white suburban kid now wanting to venture into hip-hop, which is was exclusively created by and for working class black people, and is dominated by such, and they are responsible for their culture. So already he was at odds with that, with a lot of the usual gatekeepers, maybe even probably like a Godfrey. And I don't even want to call Godfrey a hip-hop gatekeeper, because again, if you don't know Godfrey, he's a comedian. He's a Nigerian American stand-up comedian, and he's incredibly active on YouTube. He reacts to various things, racism, cultural appropriation, and whatever. And he also has a podcast. So they now, with Jack Harlow, right? Jack Harlow is a white person that's participating in a practice that is predominantly black, and it's probably the most black thing. It's probably it's exclusively for black people. And then this person basically, some people might feel he shows little appreciation and his music isn't really good enough, and he hasn't done much for the community he's feeding off of. And then he decides to switch up. When he decides to switch up, like there's this thing, if you don't know, there's like this thing of white people, white artists that are doing like black genres of music, so it can be R&B or rap music. They usually tend to like turn the fuck around and start doing something that's more palatable to the white audience, so it's like Post Malone now doing country music. Big X the Plug saying shit, and Big X the Plug isn't a white rapper, but like Big X the Plug talking about shit like he doesn't want to be referred to as a rapper. This MGK now doing fucking punk rock music, or at least trying to. So it's like there's already that question. Is like, so a lot of white people and just basically a lot of non-black people participating in hip-hop do not hold it to a certain level of value that a lot of black people hold it to. They don't hold it in regard, when for a lot of people that are involved in the culture, it's basically a fucking religion. It's not just hip-hop music, but hip-hop is like the largest thing. But then you can say the same about neo soul, you can say the same about R&B, like all of them. It's divine shit. It's gospel. The gospel music is also a black genre. It's also a black genre. So it's like now when you've got artists only pulling up to rap music to get bread, and then like a lot of these artists, because they are white, because they are not black, they are platformed over the black people that actually give a fuck about this shit and they want to make money off of doing work they love, and they're seeing their opportunities getting snatched by a Jack Harlow, by an MGK, by a Post Malone. And basically these people, while they are in these spaces, they cosplay black only to turn around and start doing something that's white, that's more like them. You see, it undermines the entire concept. It undermines something that basically has been black people's biggest export, especially for black Americans' biggest export to the world. And then you participate in that, show it zero respect and whatever. So basically this all ties in back to Godfrey now, and I think the reason why Godfrey feels the way he feels is maybe because he cares about black culture enough to see the pattern of such things happening, people entering into the genre and then also being racist. They're doing black arts, they are consuming black art, they are making black art, and they are making money off of black art while also supporting laws and ideologies that undermine the existence of black people, or that undermine the rights of black people. And like in the case of these Indian men, I don't know if all these men in India, I don't know if the men in the rap battle, in the Indian rap battle, are racist. I don't really think they are. I don't think they are, because like with the whole thing that shit was set up, I think it was. I think those people, I don't know. Maybe I'm just basing it off of like first impressions, because I'm big on first impressions. But the first impression struck to me as like some niggas that appreciate this shit. They love it. They hold it in a certain regard, probably a higher regard than most black Americans do, because I think a lot of these subcultures, like international subcultures of hip hop that are outside of America, appreciate hip hop a lot more than Americans would actually think. So I think and also there's also an issue of like India being famously anti-dark skin, anti-black. Like we used to watch this show on Zero Out. On Zero Out, it was Saloni. So the story of Saloni is like Saloni was a darker skinned Indian woman. She was technically black, but then everyone in her family was light skinned Indian, and she was being stigmatized for that. Her family hated her, especially her mother, although I don't really recall it properly. It's been fucking years, but I remember there was only like one person in the entire family that actually fucked with her. One person in the entire family that actually liked her. I think she even got married to some oppressive husband or whatever. So there's that. Like, I think, yeah, it's dumb giving an example based off of a TV show for this, but I think it speaks to a lot of systematic oppression that have been placed in the Indian system, and usually the people that get affected are darker. The people that are usually the victims of such systems are darker skinned Indians. So there's that issue of India having a certain reputation for anti-blackness. But then that's not to say that that's everyone. I just don't think it still doesn't justify like Godfrey going hard on these guys the way he did, because the people in that video, it's like we have no further context about what the fuck their ideologies are. We can't come to a conclusion of saying these niggas is racist, they're trying to feed off of the thingy. It promotes black racism, and although I don't believe black racism is as harmful as racism that's done towards black people, because usually when racism is committed to us, it's on a fucking grander scale: slavery, colonization, and still oppressive laws, even set up by international organizations created to fucking protect us, like the fucking UN and the IMF, that have been trapping African countries in fucking debts for years now, for decades. But I digress. So like, black people, either way, we've experienced the most severe forms of racism, to a point whereby it's systematic enough, to a point whereby every single black person, regardless of where you live, you still face some sort of racial oppression. Even if you live in black dominated nations, black dominated continent like Africa, we still face a lot of anti-blackness on the continent. And what was I saying? But that's still not to say that just because black people get the shorter end of racism, it doesn't mean to say that black people cannot be racist. And I'm not trying to call Godfrey racist, but I think sometimes our ignorance and basically our suspicious mindset towards other races and other racial groups, ethnicities, whatever the fuck, like our mistrust for those people, and the mistrust isn't even misguided. It's completely understandable. It's fucking deserved. It's fucking deserved. When a black niggas not trusting white niggas not trusting white people, that's understandable. It's understandable. I think if there's anything that history has shown us, is that people with a lighter skin tone, and this isn't even like I'm trying to preach racism, so I have to be careful with what I'm saying, but people with a lighter skin tone, history has shown us, tend to treat people with a darker complexion like fucking shit. I think that's just history. So I think that we can mistrust these people, but I think it gets to an extent whereby we start seeing the entire point. We start losing the entire plot. Like, the goal isn't to be like the people that we are against. It isn't to be like them. It isn't I get that comes from a mindset of protection, of wanting to protect your culture, and like, of course, if our culture is just moving all loosey goosey and whatever the fuck, it's going to get contaminated, it's going to get appropriated, and it's going to get stolen. Fucking rock music was invented by black people. Who the fuck knows that now? Especially if you're out of America. Who the fuck knows that now? So I think it comes from a situation of appreciation, and like, from the people, like, yes, we should be quick to call out motherfuckers like Iggy Azalea, Jack Harlow, MGK, we should be quick to call those niggas out. We should be quick to call those niggas. We should even be quick to call out niggas that are like on some bullshit. On bullshit, like, yeah, you are black, but you are on bullshit. The Kanye Wests of the world, the Nicki Minaj's, the NBA young boys, all these, the Lil Waynes, all these people. We should also be calling them out. We should be checking them. But then, if like people have, if people like want to participate in this genre, if they want to participate in their culture, I think they should have the freedom to do so. I want to phrase this correctly. They should have a certain freedom to do so. But then that shouldn't mean. Let me just think. Like our gatekeeping shouldn't make hip hop into something that's exclusively only open to black people, because just like there's an Eminem, there are Indian people that also understand the racial implications of being in fucking hip hop, of rapping, of doing rap music, and like a lot of those cats look like fucking backpackers. I don't think they're on like bling shit or whatever. And like the problems that Godfrey doesn't even realize just how much of Indian concepts a lot of us races have appropriated, black people inclusive. It's shit like yoga, it's shit like fucking new age beliefs. And it's just basically like what I blame white people for this. It's like what white people do. They'll get a religion and like gentrify the fuck out of it. I don't know if I'm using the word gentrify correctly, but whatever, they'll fuck it up. I think it's the same thing with Christianity. I think Christianity only got fucked up when it got into the hands of Constantine, the Roman Empire, and then it went to Britain, and then now these niggas are doing shit like fucking crusades, and then now some are being used as a tool for the American Empire, and they're also now back in the fucking Middle East on the newer version of crusades. Anyway, I digress. But it's like the same thing with yoga. It's the same thing with new age beliefs. Now for some reason new age beliefs are even getting mixed up with like legit Nazi beliefs. Like how? These are Southeast Asian they are Eastern Asian and Southeastern Asian religions, Hinduism, Buddhism and whatever. How the fuck are you now factoring in concepts of white supremacy in them and whatever? And like that's an issue, and like I get there's a need to be protective, but I think we have to understand the problem with this type of thinking that Godfrey was on. So, and I like Godfrey, he's one of my favorite comedians. But the problem with the line of thinking, basically for me, and I know I shouldn't be saying this because I'm not even like black American, but it's like now you're generalizing the same shit that white people do to black people. They see YNs doing what fucking YNs do, and they say now all black people behave like this. It's the same shit you are saying. Just because India has a reputation for anti-blackness doesn't, and I think it's on an institutional level, the caste system and whatever, like those things they've been, like those things. But that's what meaning to say that every Indian you meet is on the same type of timing. I don't think it's the case because like I have Indian friends. I've had Indian friends even as a kid. A lot of them are very good people, or at least the ones in my life are very good people. I don't think because the thing is that there's really no context to the video. Yeah, the problem is there's really no context to the video. The only context we have is some Indian dudes in a room doing battle rap. Like that's all we know. So to start making conclusion as to who can and who cannot rap, I don't think so. I don't think it's the right way to go about it. Like, of course, we have to fight some negativity that's in the hip hop community. A lot of negativity even like affects black people directly. Like we talked about the Jack Harlows and whoever. Like, so yeah, there's that need of like protecting it. Then there's also the issue of K-pop, because we talked about K-pop, and K-pop basically being a diet version of, like, I don't even know if I can call it a diet version, but K-pop stole a lot of its aesthetics from hip-hop, and right now K-pop is one of the biggest genres in the world. But then one would make the argument that K-pop is just like American I don't know, American trap music done in Korean. I think that's like the best way I can like explain it. And so like and then maybe a question from here would arise. What would count as cultural appropriation, and what would count as like appreciation or participation in a certain culture that you are not a part of? So basically, cultural appropriation is this: participating in a culture without regarding the context of where that culture exists in, or participating in a culture while having disregard towards the people that legit created the culture. So it's like a white person doing dreadlocks without knowing the spiritual meaning of like dreadlocks and whatever, the whole Rastafarianism culture. Like, it's like white people doing Rastafarianism without like actually understanding what the fuck Rastafarianism is about, the racial implication of Rastafarianism. It's them doing hip hop without like understanding what hip hop is all about and whatever, and at the same time still, like, you know, treating black people, the inventors of this shit, like shit. And we have this phenomena now of MAGA rappers. So basically these are rappers that make rap music in support of Donald Trump, basically. And you cannot do rap music in support of Donald Trump. I just don't think it's a legit oxymoron. You can make rap music, but you can't be part of the hip hop culture while defending a nigga like Donald Trump, right? It's like the same thing with Indians, or with anyone who's not black for that matter, or anyone who's not even like, I'd like to go further and say anyone who's not like black American, like even me as a black Zambian. There's a certain level of respect that I must have for black Americans in order to participate in this shit to participate in hip hop and whatever. To even consider myself as a hip hop connoisseur, because even as a hip hop connoisseur, you're still part of the culture of hip hop, which is a black American culture. So I can't be in the culture whilst neglecting important aspects of the culture of the mainland culture of which this subculture comes from. I don't know if that shit makes sense, but it's like me, let's say for example in Africa, a lot of us Africans have this thing of like, no, black Americans don't have culture. So like, yeah, it's fucking anti-black rhetoric. Probably it's obviously spread by white supremacy, because black Americans do have culture. They literally have the most popular culture in the world right now. So it's like, what the fuck are we talking about? But let's say me, a person who calls himself a rapper, and then I go start saying shit like that. Now, black Americans don't have culture. Africa is where culture is at. I think that should disqualify me from participating in hip hop in any way. But we don't have such context when it comes to the Indian lads freestyling, doing battle rap in that video. Like, these people are neither voting for we don't know if they are voting for the Indian equivalent of Donald Trump in fucking India. We don't know if they say shit like black Americans don't have culture, or shit like, nah, black Americans are this, black Americans are ratchets, black Americans are ghetto. Like, we don't know if they do all those things. We don't know if those are their beliefs. We really know nothing. So it's like, it now gets to the question: is rap music exclusively for black people? Is it exclusively for black people? And this question might like go to Godfrey, even though he's not like going to watch this, but is it like exclusively for black people? Because if you say so, it's rappers like Eminem, you know, rappers like Mac Miller, who's this, Marlon Craft, Action Bronson, Aesop Rock, a lot of fantastic white rappers that you have now to factor in. That you have to factor in. Are you going to like disqualify these guys because they're not black? You won't, because you know they actually understand what the fuck this shit is about. It's not just like rap music isn't just based off of the color of your skin. You're not supposed to be part of hip hop because you are black, because if that's how it was, hip hop would be a racist institution. I think it should be anyone who wants to do this and anyone who's not fucking racist. Or who's not anti-black, because you can't be anti-black and participate in black fucking culture. It's like and maybe it's like he won't feel that. I don't think Godfrey would feel the same about Eminem, about Action Bronson, about Mac Miller, because like we're used to that. We're used to white people doing rap music and whatever. But brown people do music as well. Do rap music as well. I think in Zambia we have an Indian rapper in Zambia, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing an Indian rapper, a woman. I remember I've forgotten her name. I'll look her up on Facebook and whatever. And there's also this other rapper I saw on that Dope Shifts channel. I've forgotten his name, but the title of the video was the Iranian Tupac, something like that. And like that guy has been using rap music for his thingy. He's been using rap music for like political activism against the Islamist government of Iran and whatever. He's been tortured by that government and whatever. So like, are we going to describe this guy who's like probably more hip hop than any rapper in America right now because he's brown? Like, no, like to me, and I don't want to say that Godfrey saying these people shouldn't be rapping because they are brown and not black. I don't want to say that, but because this is what he said in his video, this is what he said. He's saying shit like you don't see black people doing mudra and whatever, even though we do that shit. Like there's a lot of black people that be doing that shit. Like he said that you are Indian, you're not black. Hip hop is for black people. And he said all that without the context of these people's politics, without the context of these people's ideologies. Like the only shit I'm left with is to ask if this nigga has an issue with brown people. But I don't think it's the case. Like he said, he's got Indian friends, but like he's got Indian friends, but yeah, like a lot of white people have black friends. a lot of white people have black friends. But anyway, I think that's it. So what do you think? Was Godfrey right? Was he wrong? Are you willing to take your opinion to the extreme of calling him a racist or not? I don't think I can call him that based off of this video. I can just say it was an ignorant take. At least in my opinion, it was an ignorant take. It was an ignorant take. Was he racist? No, like sometimes you can be racist without actually knowing you're being racist. Like it's just ignorance. I think racism is something that's innate in a lot of us. And whatever. But like, anyway, what do you think? Type in the comments, keep the conversation going, and like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to be notified whenever I drop a video.